Like, share, and subscribe. Welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Okay, we're going to talk about this Delaware pay package that uh, Elon was denied a little bit. I got some more info on it. And But prior to that, I want to say that this is just Grandpa's opinion, 100% Grandpa's opinion. And I'm not trying to give anybody legal advice or anything like that. I'm not trying to give you stock advice either. Grandpa's just trying to be as entertaining as possible. Okay, yeah, I I got out of the last live stream on this subject. This is the 4-hour chart, by the way, and we have a strong buy signal in it. And we also have a strong buy signal in the daily. Once the news came out on Elon not getting his pay package, the price dipped almost $10 down to 182.50 area, and it bounced back up some here, about $4 or so, to 186.75 approximately after hours, but still down substantially from the close. So let's get into this. Okay, and leave Grandpa some comments. Do you think this is politically motivated, somewhat, or uh, do you smell a rat maybe in what's going on here? So here's what Grandpa's got. I know that there's been a kind of a rift between President Biden and Elon for some time. Biden had called out several different times that he thought that Elon and Tesla probably should be investigated, and Elon isn't uh, he switched. He made it very clear up front that he wasn't going to be a Democrat anymore, and he that's why he bought Twitter and named it X, because he sees freedom of speech going the wrong direction. And I think Elon tries to do the right thing. And I know, I remember back when Biden invited all the EV makers to the White House. Ford, GM, Chrysler, everybody got to come. And gave them all credit for revolutionizing the EV industry. And the one that's got the best-selling car in the whole world, the Model Y, and selling far more, and the only profitable one besides a Chinese company, he didn't even get an invite. Not even an invite. Um, so, uh, so anyway, Delaware, is Biden's home state. Uh, the judge, in her opening statement, Kathleen McCormick, according to what I've heard, she's a democratically appointed judge. Imagine that. And in her opening statement, this might not be exact word for word, but why does the richest man in the world need another 55, 56 billion dollars? Do you think that might be a little bit of bias there, starting out in her opening statement? I don't know. And the other thing is, she voided his pay package. She could have gave him something, but she said she didn't know what would be fair. So she gave him nothing. The judge said she was in an area where there was no precedence, and she had no consideration of what fair may have been. It just kind of seems like the judge was basing the decisions on maybe feelings, um, maybe biased feelings, possibly. It doesn't seem fair, she claims, with Elon's relationship with the board. The board likes Elon. It Stockholders voted this compensation plan in overwhelmingly. The Tesla board had the shareholders vote on it, and that's not all of it. They overwhelmingly approved it by 73%. Not the big money shareholders, they didn't get the vote. It was the minority shareholders that voted, and they voted 73% to give Elon this pay package, based 100% on performance. Brought a company from $50 million to $1 trillion in the allotted time, and with all the goals, he met every single one of them. And I'll tell you something else, and I believe this, and listening to the different analysts out there that do a better job than Grandpa at following this kind of stuff probably, but the word is, if the shareholders got the vote again right now, they'd vote him his pay package back in a heartbeat. This ain't good. What's going on here ain't good. I'll tell you the good, the bad, and the ugly of it here shortly. The gentleman that brought the lawsuit against Elon's pay package owned under 10 shares of Tesla. I've heard anywhere from 3 shares to 7, maybe 9 shares. Sometime back, I believe I heard 3 or 4 shares, but I know it's under 10. Probably around 5 to 7 shares, something like that, is all this guy owned. And he brings a lawsuit against the richest man in the world in Delaware. I don't know. Leave me some comments. Do you smell a rat? Is this political? Something ain't right here, people. Guys and gals. And now, how's the next pay package going to work for Elon? He now, without this 55, 56, it's just about 56 billion. This 56 billion that he was going to get was all from Delaware, and he had to hold the shares for 5 years once he got them, and which gives plenty of time for anybody to have a problem with it of some sort. But how do they give? Elon wants 25% voting rights of this company, and he's only at 13 now. He would have been at 19%, 18 after taxes, I believe. How do we get him up to 25% now? What's the value of Elon? They paid Elon the value of Elon the first time around. Elon, he can appeal, but it's going to be in Delaware Supreme Court. Wonder who runs that bus. I don't know. You got we have an election year, Dem state, Dem judge, not Democratic state, Democratic judge. and the shareholders would vote Elon in again if given the chance for his pay package. This is capitalistic, taking away the right of the board and the shareholders, the minority shareholders. She says that we were misguided, and they didn't let us know how easy it was for them to make money. Well, come on, 50 million to 1 trillion, and you're the guy's sleeping on the floor in Tesla, trying to keep from going bankrupt, and make something work. And when he does, I'll tell you, I gotta be careful. I'm not happy about this. See, Elon can appeal, and I hope, I think he probably will, just because you can't just decide a case on your feelings. No fair has no idea. How can you say that you have no idea what a fair compensation is for him but you know that the one he's got isn't fair? I just come on now. It just it just looks set up. Grandpa needs to set up. So, this is going to go on for years. But somehow, in the interim, the board's got to get Elon a pay package, and it's going to be tough because anything that they give him is going to be scrutinized to no end. I mean, they give him one based on performance, and this judge just takes it away. This ain't right, in Grandpa's humble opinion. And this is just coming from an old grandpa. I'll tell you what, I don't like this. I just don't like this. And, is Tesla going to do fine and we're going to get optimists and all this and that? Well, gee, yeah, if they can keep Elon at home at Tesla. If Elon walks out on Tesla, he'll be making Optimus or his own robot somewhere else, and he'll be making his own AI somewhere else, and the engineers are going to walk out the door with him. All of them. Oh, man, I'll tell you what. Do I think Elon's going to walk away from Tesla? No, but I do smell somewhat of a takeover attempt. Elon wants that 25% so that he can't be ousted out of Tesla easily. And when you have them against you to the point where they take your pay package away, and they get in there and they buy enough shares to outvote everybody and turn the board over and get rid of Elon, then they can control AI, Optimus, and that's Elon. I believe that's Elon's real fear. He's stated as much, that he calls them ISIS. He said. ISS or whatever, they come in and he's already dealing with it, but they're not strong enough yet. But they want to be strong enough, and he sees the threat. He sees the threat of a takeover, and it's a takeover by the left. If you know what the left is, you got the right way of doing stuff, and then you have the left way of doing stuff. in Grandpa's humble opinion. Now, this is only Grandpa's opinion. Grandpa doesn't know nothing. But I know it smells as rotten as a rotten egg. Okay, so what I think Tesla's going to do, I sure hope it dips down to 180 so me and Grandma get our fills. I think it's probably going to. I think we're going to bounce around the 180 to 200 and something range for a while. So we could have a little fun here yet, but Grandma's holding out for 237.77. We have substance at 284. Grandpa's batting 100% on substance, 100%. When we get to 284, every single one of my substances have come true, and I've done a bunch of them. Every one of them, 100%. You know that the only place in the whole world where predictions are 100%, and I'll tell you where that is. And that's the Bible, God's Word. 100% of everything that was predicted in that book comes true, or has come true. And Grandpa don't have that kind of record, but guess Grandpa just has fun with his daily. But my substance is 100%. Could I goof up on substance someday? Absolutely. Anything is possible. And but if you wanna, and you know the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. People have been wrongly treated. It's not just Elon, okay? Elon can live without the 56 billion, okay? It's us, okay? It's us in distress. We want Optimus. We want next-gen car. We want Tesla to go to the moon and to Mars, and that's what we want. Us little people, the minority shareholders that voted Elon's pay package in and would do it again in a heartbeat. Yep, and we got a Democratic judge in a Democratic state with a Democratic president. They want to investigate Elon. I know, you already know who needs to be investigated. Okay, so Grandpa feels better now. Grandma got home from Bible study and she's already crawling into bed. It's after 10 o'clock here, Eastern time. And come back tomorrow morning and we'll see what we can say tomorrow about Tesla. I'm bullish on Tesla, but I'm more bullish on Elon. And yes, we're going to have a death cross. There's no doubt about it. But a couple of live streams back, I explained death cross very carefully. We might dip in the 170s. Who knows? But I think we're going to go up to that 284 before we possibly see that 101. I want to see some more buying down there. I'd love to call 101 substance, but I just can't yet. But yeah, we've already. It doesn't show it on this here because it stops at the close, and we've dropped $8 since then. We already have our death cross. Absolutely, we have it. And people are going to see that tomorrow morning. They're going to get a little shook up, and they're going to sell their shares. And they're going to hear about Elon's losing his court case in Delaware, and they're going to sell some more shares, and we're going to get a buying opportunity. Grandpa's going to grab some in the 180, 177, 170 range if it can get there. Grandma's going at 180. It's a buying opportunity, okay? We're in a war. Buy some Tesla shares and have some fun with Grandpa. You can't buy. This is unbelievable. What goes on in this world. Uh, they better start being nice to Elon. That's all I know. Okay. All good things are from the Lord, and Lord willing, we'll talk to you tomorrow sometime. Bye bye.